Okay, I'm going to try and get this video out before my neighbor's party cranks back up. Um, I am just that type of person who thinks about sad things on happy days and happy things on sad days. Um, Memorial Day for most, I would say most of the country. I wouldn't even just say most black folks, but is the first big cookout of the year. And it doesn't miss me that the idea of Memorial Day is to commemorate our fallen service members. I come from a huge military family, 7 aunts and uncles, my mother, my grandfather, all military veterans, veterans of every war since the Korean War. And it's probably been said before by someone much more eloquent. But it's days like this that I feel like America should be ashamed of itself. Because the sheer amount of people that we've lost to unnecessary wars, to unnecessary just mismanagement of infrastructure that have caused disasters. We've just come through a mismanagement crisis that cost a lot of lives. The lack of health care. On Memorial Day, I like to think about all my friends I lost who just wanted to have a good time. They wanted to fall in love. They wanted to meet the right person. And they died of HIV. They wanted to explore the reaches of their mind and live in altered states. And they died of overdoses. My friends who have been neglected and abused their whole lives, by parents who have been neglected and abused their whole lives, and died for no other reason than there was no support structure for people like them. On Memorial Day, we celebrate our fallen heroes. How do you become a hero in America? What is the criteria? I ask myself that question more and more as I grow older and older, is what is a true American hero? It wasn't my friend who for years did payroll for one of the biggest healthcare systems in America and baked cakes on the side and everybody loved him. And one day he just disappeared. He brought joy to everyone he knew. So many people's lives he touched. And I just don't get it. I struggle more and more as I get older to want to stay in this country. Part of me is stubborn and is like, my family, my friends, their blood, sweat, and tears built this country, and I'm going to stay. I feel like America and this whole marginalization machine, it's really trying its best to push me out, and I'm going to stay. The other part of me feels dumb, feels absolutely stumped as to why I want to stay in this country where everything that makes you free and liberated is policed. How I dress, how I speak, how big my body is, who I have sex with, who I want to marry, how I want to love, whether or not want to have children, starting a business. Am I doing it with capital or credit? Student loans, everything is built to pressurize you in this country. Nothing seems to be geared at you just doing what you do best. I would venture to say that most of the soldiers, police officers, and firemen that we have lost over the years, we have lost people who could have been doing something far greater to make this nation a better place. I appreciate our service members, but it is not lost on me that many of those service members were gay kids running away from middle America, and you know, people who really would have rather been recording artists and comedians and actors and people who lived in what's called the greatest nation of all time. People who actually contributed to life and not death. Not in the service of death. Not in the service of helping people survive something awful. Pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness. I feel like we should memorialize people who actually pursued actual happiness. There's my exit music. Don't want to get copyrights.